Well, folks, it finally happened. Donald Trump just threw one of his own kids under the bus. Don't act surprised. If anything, it's kind of amazing that it took this long. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. Once again, to stay up to date on stories like these and all other breaking American political news, subscribe to our channel. Trust me, you'll love it. Okay, on to our story. MAGA world is a crazy place, but that shouldn't come as any big surprise at this point. It's populated by crazy people, for one thing, and even among the relatively sane supporters of Donald Trump, emphasis on relatively, there are always ties to some lunatics, usually from the online world. That includes Manoverse figures Andrew and Tristan Tate, two sex traffickers and sexual predators who were detained in Romania for their crimes. That is, until earlier this year. Earlier this week, news broke that the reason the pair were finally able to escape the country, despite being on a no-travel list, was due to intervention by a number of Trump surrogates, including Rick Grenell, the gay head of the Kennedy Center that no self-respecting queer man would touch with a pole of any size, and Barron Trump, Donald Trump's son with First Lady Melania. MSNBC has a primer.
They were in Romania. It's very clear from your reporting, even though the Trump administration has tried very hard to run away from it and deny it, and Romanian officials have tried to deny it, that there was some pressure put by the Trump administration to get these guys back to the U.S.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, what we found was that their release from Romania was really the culmination of years-long efforts by Andrew Tate in particular to forge very strategic alliances with prominent figures on the American right, media figures like Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, people in the Trump family, first Don Jr. and then Barron, and then eventually some of his supporters who were very public with their support and defense of him and their criticism of the Romanian criminal case ascended into the Trump administration.
Alina Habba has talked about him. Richard Grenell, who has a kind of freelance portfolio and in fact admits that he discussed the case with a Romanian official.
Right. So, right, exactly. Paul Ingrassia, who actually served on the Trump's legal team, he ascends into the administration as well. And so after this new administration comes in, Richard Grenell, in particular, we found, had discussions with at least two Romanian officials about the Tate's case.
So yeah, Barron Trump personally lobbied Romanian officials to let the Tate brothers, convicted sexual predators who have made a career out of pornography, misogyny, and violence towards women, return to the U.S. This, as the Trump administration still wants us to believe, they are prioritizing deportations of criminals. But they have no problem importing them? For more on the deportation mess, see our other videos. But before we get to Trump's father faux pas, consider, this news just so happens to break at the same time Congressional Democrats released new footage from Jeffrey Epstein's home, along with 95,000 photographs, including many of Donald Trump, right-wing sewer rat Steve Bannon, and Epstein partying with women of indeterminate age. For more on that, see our other reports. Maybe because of that awkward timing, however, Donald Trump made a subtle dig at his own son last night. Appearing at the Congressional ball alongside Melania, who looked dressed for a funeral for some reason, Trump had this to say.
Well, I just heard about that for the first time. The only thing I can tell you, I know one thing for sure, Mr. Speaker, it's going to be great. It's going to be great for children, okay? I don't know what it is she's doing, but I know it's going to be great for children because she loves children, and she's got a wonderful boy, and she's very proud of her boy, but she loves children, and if she puts it out, it'll be maybe unanimous again, or whatever that was, but very close, unanimous again. I want to thank you.
Her boy. Her wonderful boy. She is proud of her boy. Are you trying to send us a message here, Donald? And if you think I'm overstating this, consider for a moment that Trump never tries to pawn off things or people he sees as his belongings to someone else. And now it looks like he wants nothing to do with his own son. Look, normally on this show, we don't like to discuss Barron. He's young and has largely lived out of the spotlight, unlike his older, really dumb siblings. Besides, attacking the kids or a family of a president just seems like it's in bad taste. But Barron Trump just got Andrew and Tristan Tate, two of the most vile humans alive, back into our country. That's not the best look for Trump, but it isn't a surprising one either. This is, after all, a president who is known for his own crimes against women, defamation and sexual assault, and who hung out with the most notorious sex trafficker in history, his bestie, Jeffrey Epstein. So it should not come as any kind of surprise that Barron Trump gravitates toward men who hate and abuse women. And it should come as no surprise that this is Trump's true vision for America. But tossing his own kid aside to deflect blame, that's a new level of scum-sucking even for Donald Trump. Needless to say, we will keep you updated on this story as it continues to develop, along with all other breaking news out of Washington. I'm David Reddish.